Speaking of boats, this is a crazy story about this huge super tanker that is now blocking the Suez Canal. It's been leading to higher energy prices because 10 to 50% of the world's oil traverses through that region. And when this thing is blocking it, and there are 300 ships behind it, everything is stymied. Nick Loris joins us, the Heritage Foundation energy economist. Nick, the rolling effect of this is startling. Even if they were to get this out by tomorrow, which doesn't seem likely, it's going to have a lasting impact. Could you explain?
Yeah, that's right. With the backlog of vessels on both sides of the canal, we're talking about a huge bottleneck for coming into the port and leaving the port. So you have dozens of oil tankers as well as nearly 200 vessels on either side that are ready to go. So not just from an energy standpoint, but from all of the goods that people are buying, especially in the pandemic, when people are ordering more goods off Amazon because they can't travel as much. We're talking about billions of dollars just kind of waiting there in hostage. And we've seen the impact on oil prices, and the longer that it takes to dislodge this vessel, the higher those prices might go.
We already had supply chain issues, to your point, Nick, prior to this whole container ship disaster. This is just going to compound them, right?
Yeah, that's right. The saving grace, from one standpoint, is that energy demand has been down in some places like Europe amid more aggressive lockdown restrictions. And so that downward demand has suppressed some of the price increase that we might otherwise see. But the reality is these ships are just playing a waiting game because the alternatives are not all that much better. If you have to go around the Horn of Africa, that can take more than 2 weeks. It can take up to 40 days, depending on where you're trying to go, or even delivering goods to the Cape of Good Hope at the Horn of South Africa. It still takes time. And so the residual effects of this bottleneck will certainly further those supply constraints that we've already seen.
Nick Loris, thank you very much for that update. We'll be monitoring it, but again, they cannot move this thing. If the Empire State Building was, on its side and lying in water, it would be that size.